నహీన జనతా ఫలదాయికి తల్లి గుండెలో హాయికి తల్లి గుండెలో హాయికి పుట్టపర్తి కలశాంబుధికి షాయికి సత్యసాయికి పలికెడిది భాగవతమట పలికించడివాడు సాయిరాముండట నే పలికిన భవఘర మగునట పలికెదవే రెండుగాధ పలుకగనేలా. ఓం శ్రీ సాయిరామ్. You are all blissed out already. I did not even start. If you are all blissed out, please wake up. Sai Ram. Yes, wonderful to see so many familiar faces. And it's a great honor, privilege, no words. It's only 8 months ago, but it feels like as if it was some long time ago, because Swami's, when you do work of Swami, time expands. Time never contracts. He creates time and the space. And he is the time and space. And he is much more beyond. So even though it was just 8 months ago, exactly 8 months ago, I feel like I have been here some long time ago, because Swami has taken us to a timeless place called Ujjaini. That's where Mahakal and Mahakali are there. And Mahakal and Mahakali represent timelessness, eternity, and therefore when you go to eternity and come back, the time has expanded to eternity. So it's a great pleasure and privilege for me to be here and to share these what brother called as with an extensive introduction, which I am grateful for. And to be honest with you, it's not just my experience that I am going to share. It is all about the collective experience and presence with Bhagavan at his divine lotus feet. So, before we begin, so that you can all join, Swami is called Sarva Dharma Priya Deva. Have you heard that bhajan? Sarva Dharma Priya Deva. So that is Sarva Dharma Priya Deva, Sarva Dharma Priya Deva, Satya Sai Deva, Satya Sai Deva. Allah Yesu Buddhar Nanak, Allah Yesu Buddhar Nanak, Zorastra Mahavir tum ho, Zorastra Mahavir tum ho, Rama bhi tum ho, Krishna bhi tum ho, Rama bhi tum ho, Krishna bhi tum ho, Vishwarup tum ho, Vishwarup tum ho, Vishwarup tum ho, Vishwarup tum ho. Sarva Dharma Priya Deva, Satya Sai Deva, Allah Yesu Buddhar Nanak, Zorastra Mahavir tum ho, वीर तुम हो, राम भी तुम हो, कृष्ण भी तुम हो, विश्वरूप तुम हो, विश्वरूप तुम हो साई, विश्वरूप तुम हो, विश्वरूप तुम हो, विश्वरूप तुम हो साई, विश्वरूप तुम हो, विश्वरूप तुम हो, सर्वधर्म प्रिय देवा, सर्वधर्म प्रिय देवा, विश्वरूप तुम हो. You know why those words are important? Sarvadharma Priya, you already connected to that. This is Sarvadharma Service Center. Vishwarupa Tumaho, because today is the Vishwa Vasu Nama Ugadi. And therefore, that is the connection between Sarvadharma Priya, Vishwarupa Tumaho. This Ugadi represents, Ugadi means that time which is running from eternity. Ugadi, the time from beginning. Nobody knows what the beginning is. And that is the eternity time is divided according to Vedic calendar in cycles of 60. This is very important. For the Westerners, time is linear. But in Vedic calendar, time is circular. You understand why that is so? There's a lot of significance to that. I won't get into that because that is the whole idea about what time we think is linear, because the calendar years are running one after another. But in Hindu calendar or Vedic calendar, actually it's nothing to do with Hinduism. It's Vedic calendar. Time is divided into cycles of 60. And in that 60-year cycle, this is the 39th year. And the name of this year is Vishwa Vasu. Vishwa means universe. Vasu means the one who bestows the universe with radiance, with wealth, with sustenance, with food, and all those aspects of it. So, who is the one that gives the whole world the food, the radiance, everything? Who is that? And that is true. Physically, I am talking. Physically, it is the sun. He is Surya Narayana. Of course, the one who gives that capacity of Surya Narayana to give the light is Sai Narayana. So, this Surya Narayana represents Narayana himself. And this Surya Narayana, this year, this Vedic calendar year, Vishwa Vasu, is the year of the sun. And therefore, we worship the sun, we contemplate on the sun today also, because this is the beginning class of Aruna Prashna. And Arunam is all about Surya Bhagavan. In fact, Arunam Prashna, which is the Vedic hymn, it's an incredible hymn. It is cosmology and beyond. You will be stunned. Of course, those of you who are here, now tomorrow onwards, we will actually start the Aruna mantras itself. But today, we are beginning this on Vishwa Vasu Ugadi in Sarvadharma Center. We are starting the Aruna Prashna because it is the year of the Lord Sun. And so when you put it all in context, what we are really talking about is none of this is planned by any human individual. Now, let me tell you this. Ugadi is time related. For Sarvadharma, this is 10th anniversary, time related. Vishwa Vasu is about Lord Sun, who is the essence of time, space, gravity, and everything you can think of, which is also Bhagavan related. Aruna Prashna is about Lord Sun related. Sarvadharma is about Sai Narayana related. Both of them are eternal charioteers. One runs the whole world, the other runs the whole cosmos. And that is the essence of this Samarpana. Let us look at the word. How do I share my slides, brother, now? You have to switch, right? Okay. So Samarpana, this Samarpana starts. Why am I hearing myself? Oh, that's a scary thought because. So, yeah, I think that mic is on there. So, okay, mute it there. And is the volume problem fixed online? Yeah. Excellent. So, Samarpana has actually two words in it. Arpana and before that Samyak. Samyak Arpana together becomes Samarpana. Now you can see there, eternal charioteer, Sanatana Saradhi on one side, Aruna Krishna, Surya Narayana, Vishwa Vasu Ugadi, and then today we are going to look at what is this Samarpana, and I will also put some context into it on, as brother said, about sharing my thoughts about Arpana. Arpana means offering, and that offering at individual level is called Arpana. You offer something to God at individual level. See, in the Sanatana Dharma, there is what is called Sashtanga Pranama. Sa-ashtanga Pranama means 8 limbs. Prostration that allows one to touch 8 limbs as offering to Bhagavan. So, in the shlokam associated with that is Urasa, Sirasa, Drishtya, Manasa, Vachasa, Tadha, Padbhyam, Karnabhyam, Karabhyam, Karnabhyam, Pranama, Ashtanga Uchyate. It's called Sashtanga Pranama. So it is written there, 8 limbs are touching the ground in offering to Bhagavan. First one is Urasa, means chest. Second, Sirasa, head. Then third, then fourth. Third is eyes. Fourth is heart. Fifth is the mouth, the ears, the hands, and the feet. These are the 8 limbs that are supposed to touch the ground as offering. This is the ritual. What is the point in it's not just an exercise, no? Just do it and get up, and when you do Mahanyasa, we do this. It's a good exercise. Do this 15 times, then you will really feel your breath. And that's what they do to Surya Bhagavan. During Ugadi time, they do with all these pranama, they say Chaya Svachala Sameta Sri Surya Narayana Swamine Namaha. And while chanting Arunam, you are supposed to do the Surya Namaskara. This Sashtanga Namaskaram is what Surya Bhagavan likes. Abhisheka Priyo Shivaha, Alankara Priyo Vishnuhu, Namaskara Priyo Suryaha. So for Surya, for Lord Surya, what is most important thing that for Shiva, it is Abhishekam. For Vishnu, it is Alankaram. For Surya Narayana, it is the Sashtanga Pranamam that you have to offer. And you have to offer Mitraya Namaha, Ravaya Namaha, Suryaya Namaha, Bhanavaya Namaha, Khagaya Namaha, Pushne Namaha, Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha, Marichaya Namaha, Adityaya Namaha, Arkaya Namaha, Bhaskaraya Namaha. 12 names, 12 Adityas. At least you say, Om Mitraya Namaha, Ravaya Namaha, Suryaya Namaha, Bhanave Namaha, Khagaya Namaha, Pushne Namaha, Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha, Marichaya Namaha, Adityaya Namaha, Savitraya Namaha, Arkaya Namaha, Bhaskaraya Namaha. At least inside yourselves you do the Namaskaram. Today is Ugadi day. Do Namaskaram to Surya Bhagavan. So now, if you connect to this ritual, what is the point of that spiritually? How does that help you? What this Ashtangam actually means is your uras, means your chest, represents breathing. Then your siras represents the thoughts. Your eyes represents the vision. And your heart, manasa, Your heart represents the intent and the purpose of living. Yeah. Okay, yeah, show the slide, sir, because they have to look at what I'm saying. Yeah, now you see, I showed there, all the 8 that you saw in the previous slide is represented here. Urasa, breath, life. Sirasa, head, thoughts. Drushtya, third, vision. Manasa, intent, purpose. Vachasa, speech. Padbhya, feet, walking the talk. Actions, your thoughts, your eyesight, your speech, your listening, your life, the intent and purpose of your living, and walking the talk. All these represents the actual spiritual aspect of doing the Sashtanga Namaskara. So this is Arpana. As an individual, this is what you have to do. You all know the beautiful song that Bhagavan wrote for the students. Oh Lord, take my love and let it flow in fullness of devotion to Thee. Oh Lord, take my hands and let them work incessantly for Thee. Oh Lord, take my soul and let it merge in one with Thee. Oh Lord, take my mind and thoughts and let them be in tune with Thee. Oh Lord, take my everything and let me be an instrument to work for Thee. What a beautiful prayer. And there he is highlighting what you do with your love, what you do with your eyes, what you do with your hands. And this spiritual living is arpana. You are offering what you see to God, what you hear to God, what you feel to God, what you think to God. And this aspect of arpana, then what is samarpana? I don't know how many of you, Swami loves these Bhagavatam poems, you know. In fact, he doesn't call it Bhagavatam. He says Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam. It's not Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam means we will get transformed. So, when you listen to the stories of the devotees and their experiences, not at your individual level, but at collective level, then you get transformed. Something inspires, something actually excites you. And therefore, Potana in Bhagavatam, he says the same principle. Ni padyavadulu alakilchu chevulu నిన్నాడు వాక్యంబులన్ నీ పేరన్ పనిచేయు హస్తయుగముల్ నీ మూర్తిపై చూపులున్ నీ పాదంబులకడ మొక్కు శిరముల్ నీ సేవపై చిత్తముల్ నీపై బుద్ధులు మాకు నిమ్ము కరుణల్ నీరేజ పత్రేక్షణ. నీ పద్యావులు ఆలకించు చెవులున్, ఇయర్స్ దట్ లిజన్ టు యువర్ గ్లోరీ. నిన్నాడు వాక్యంబులన్, స్పీచ్ దట్ గ్లోరిఫైస్ యువర్ స్టోరీస్. నీ పద్యావులు ఆలకించు చెవులన్, నిన్నాడు వాక్యంబులన్, నీ పేరన్ పనిచేయు హస్తయుగముల్. హ్యాండ్స్ దట్ డూ యువర్ వర్క్, సర్వీస్. నీ సేవపై చిత్తముల్, మైండ్ దట్ ఈస్ కాన్స్టెంట్లీ థింకింగ్ ఆఫ్ సర్వీస్ టు యూ. నీపై బుద్ధులు మాకు నిమ్ము కరుణన్. ఆల్వేస్ గివ్ అవర్ థాట్స్ అలైన్డ్ విత్ యూ, ఓ భగవాన్. నీరేజ పత్రేక్షణ, the one who has beautiful lotus eyes. Now you understand what is the significance of arpana is. Now this is arpana, What is Samarpana? Now, I have to sing because I'm not actually a speaker. I am more like a, bhajan and bhojan are the most important things for this body. So, when you actually connect to these poems with the context of not only knowing, not only just singing the technicality of singing, but actually connecting to the spirit of what is described in a bhajan, then you will connect to that much more profoundly than simply taking a microphone and singing with a beautiful technical talent. That really doesn't matter. So this beautiful bhajan, and again. Sanatana Sarathe Saisha Sarvottama Gunanidhe Sarvesha Ram Sai Ram Sai Ram Ram Suramuni Valdita Sadhu Jana Poshita Sarva Janashraya Sai Ram Sadguru Deva Sachidananda Sashtanga Sharanam Mama Deva Deva Sashtanga Sharanam Mama Sai Deva Ram Sai Ram Sai Ram Ram. That is Ashtanga Sharanam to Sai Ram. Then what is Samarpana Sharanam? That is the, let's go to the next slide. I just, Sashtanga Sharanam. Then what is this Samarpana then? Samyak plus Arpana is Samarpana. Samyak means collective. Samyak means total. Samyak means complete. Samyak means perfect. That offering which is collective, which is total, which is complete and which is perfect, that is what is called Samarpana. So individual experience is Arpana, collective offering is Samarpana. Have you done it collectively? Not as an individually. Your experience as an individual is only related to you. Swami materialized a ring for you and you are wearing that ring. How does that benefit collectively? There is no collective benefit there. Swami gave you an interview. How does that help others? You ate gongura pappu. How does that help others? Gongura is my favorite and avaka also. So gongura pappu with avaka is the best experience in the world. But how does it help another person sitting next to you? Zero, zip. Only when you come and offer something collectively, that is Samarpana. So when brother said, share my personal experiences, there is nothing like that. There is no personal experience in this. It's all collective experience. And just on that note, one Swami asked me, how do you experience me? He asked the question, how do you experience me, Bangaru? I said, Swami, experience you. The entire humanity's intelligentsia put together from eternity cannot experience you. How can we experience you? We don't understand the word experience. Anubhuti. How do you actually experience God? If you experience the God, that is limited to only that form. That's it. Then he asked me, then what is how do you tell people when they ask about your experiences? I said, Swami, the only way I experience you is when I see the love of your devotees flowing from their hearts to you unconditionally. That's when I experience you. That's where I experience you. I experience you in the love of your devotees for you. Swami looked at me, smiled, and he said, yes, Bangaru, that is Paramasatyam. So all these yajnas, yagas, seva, everything that we do, if you did not do it for the love of devotees, you missed the point. It's the devotee's love that is most important, not God himself. God comes next, devotee comes first. So you have to love the devotee, you have to serve the devotee. And when you love and serve the devotee, and I see this experience of these devotees, this love of the devotees when you go to Ujjaini, when you come to Sarvadharma Kendra, when you went to Memphis, when you went to Badrinath, how much love they have for him. And how does that love is shown? People coming 500, 600 with their families, spending enormous amount of time for travel, taking 120 days for sadhana, and then coming and pouring their hearts out to Swami. That is when you experience, that is where you experience this love. That's where you experience truly the Bhagavan. So that is what is called Samarpana. And what is this Samarpana in Buddhism? Bhagavan Buddha has described this Samarpana as what? He said, Samyak Drishti, Samyak Sravanam, Samyak. See what he described? Right understanding, right thought, right speech. Here he is calling right. But the English translation is faulty. What did Buddha say? Samma Ditti, Samma Sankappa, Samma Vacha, Samma Kammanta. Where I put the Sanskrit words around that you can see. Samma means Samyak. Samyak is Sanskritam. Samma means Pali. Pali is the Prakritika Bhasha. Like Prakriti Vikriti. Sanskritam is the word Samyak in Pali, which Buddha used as communication. Why did Buddha use Pali? Because he said Sanskritam only Vedic Pandits understood during this time. The ordinary people were speaking Pali. And therefore he said, I want to put entire Dhammapadam in Pali. Therefore he used the language of the common man to describe all these principles. The eightfold path to nirvana is this. Samyak, Samma, Dishti means seeing. Sankalpa, Sankappa, Vak, Vacha. Kammanta is karma. Ajiva, Jivanam. Effort, Vyayama or Vayama in Pali. Sati, Smriti, Samadhi is Samadhi. So therefore, what does the mantra say? Mantra says, Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Samma Sambuddhassa. Samma means Samyak. Sambuddhassa, united intellect. Sambuddhassa is Samadhi. Now I am at Sarvadharma Center. I have to experience every single religion in the sharing. Not just talk about Hinduism, because that experience is limited. Only when you integrate this beautiful pillar which is standing in front of us, which is my favorite pillar, which originally is from Puttaparthi Mandir, Prashanti Mandir. That represents what you actually stand for. Then if you know what you stand for, then it is called understanding. From understanding, you have to go to inner standing. And that standing, what do you people ask, what do you stand for? What do you stand for? As Sai devotees, we stand for Sarva Dharma. And what is this Sarva Dharma? This Sarva Dharma is not simply about a religious symbol. What Buddha called as all of these things, Sanatana Dharma already described before. All these principles are already put in Vedic texts. What is the first mantra that we all chant very beautifully? Om Bhuvassuvaha Bhargo. Yeah. Everybody together, a little more passion. Huh? Om. Bhargo Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. What does this mean? What this means is a prayer for collective intelligence, Samyak Buddhi. Gayatri mantra is about Samyak Buddhi. So, Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Nah means our, prachodayat, impel, what? Dhi, yaha, dhiyaha, yaha, naha becomes Dhiyo yo naha. So, this beautiful mantra, I asked Bhagavan, what does this Gayatri mantra really mean? I have to explain in a class tomorrow, Swami. I cannot explain a woman with 5 heads because a lot of Americans are there. They will all think that Vedamata is feminine, this and that. Yes, she is the mother. But I have to explain it in a Sarvadharma conference in downtown San Jose, in a church. And I was representing Sanatana Dharma. I have to talk about Gayatri mantra. How do I talk about Gayatri mantra? In a non-religious way, that which is applicable to every human being. Bhagavan said, Gayatri and light ra light. And does light belong to any religion? Yes. Does light belong to any religion? Does water belong to any religion? Does air belong to any religion? No. There is no religious context at all. So Swami described this mantra beautifully. That, tat, I put it there. Maybe you can expand it, brother, so everybody can see. That means tat, divine, devasya, saviduhu, life-sustaining, varenyam, resplendent, bhargaha, effulgence. And that is supreme intelligence, dhimahi, that is pervading, bhuh, gross, bhuvaha, subtle, suvaha, causal. May that illumine our intellects, not my intellect. You understand? When you sing a bhajan in English and when you sing a bhajan in Sanskritam, a distinct difference is there. 99.9% of English bhajans have I. Remind me, my Lord. Me. Remind me. I offer my love to you. And most of the bhajans in English are only I-oriented. But you take Sanatana Saradhe Saisha, Sarvottama Gunanidhe Jagadisha. Is there any I there? Govinda Bolo, Gopal Bolo, Ram Ram Bolo, Harinam. Is there any I there? Krishna, Rama, Govinda, Narayana. Is there any I there? No I. Remove this I and transcend this I to we. And this Gayatri mantra is that divine, life-sustaining, resplendent effulgence, pervading the gross, the subtle, and the causal. May that illumine our intellects. See, yesterday night I was telling this Rishabh, when you are driving, you may be driving perfectly, wearing a seat belt, headlights on, and everything. Somebody is coming from opposite. The guy is not wearing seat belt, and he is not even having the headlights on, and he will come and hit you. Both of you are harmed. So not only your lights have to be on, the other fellow's lights have to be on. He should be driving properly so that you don't get into any accident. Therefore, his intellect has to be illumined and your intellect has to be illumined. Dhiyo yo naf prachodayat. Don't pray any time for individual. That is what is called yajna. Yajna is praying collectively for universal peace. Yajna is not for fulfilling your own desires and wishes. This is the supreme aspect of Vedic hymns. Vedas always are talking about samyak, collective. So, Gayatri mantra is samyak. Now you go to the next mantra. You all know this. Come on, let's chant Sahana Bhavatu. Okay, let's increase. Om Sahana Bhavatu Bhunaktu Karavavahai Tejasvina If you are not chanting, you are not part of the crowd. No collective. You understood? So therefore, in doing bhajan, we are all singing collectively. Swami did not ever say, hey, you sing a bhajan, other will listen. Swami told the students, not even individual singing, 2 students should sing together. He abolished individual singing because for Swami it is collective journey that matters. Not individual journey. Individual journey is arpanam. Collective journey is samarpanam. So therefore, Sahana Bhavatu. What is this prayer saying? Sahana Bhavatu. Let us all be together. Sahanau Bhunaktu. Let us all be nourished together. Sahaviryan Karavavahe. Let us all work together with great vigor. Tejasvina avadhitamastu. Tejasvina avadhitamastu. Means may our intellects be illumined together. And when we are illumined together, ma vidvishavahe, there is no hatred or contradiction amongst ourselves. See these Vedic hymns? It is Samarpan. Vedic hymns are Samarpan. Vedic hymns are not Arpan. So when we actually take up this Vedic principles, another beautiful mantra which is the first Shanti, what we are really talking about when we take up these Vedic hymns, Samyak is I to we, from Vyashti to Samashti. See, you take the word illness and you take the word wellness. In illness there is I, in wellness there is we. Huh? So if you think about yourself, it is illness. When you think collectively, it is wellness. So this, what we are, illness is what? Selfishness. Wellness is what? Selflessness. Samyak drishti, samyak shravanam, samyak jivanam, samyak bhavam, samyak samadhi, samyak karma. Eightfold path of Buddha is all about collective offering. And that is the very first mantra of Aruna Prashna. Coming back to full circle of what is Aruna Prashna. Aruna Prashna's first mantra, you see now, this is incredible. I announced the classes for Aruna Prashna starting today. And after that only Rao contacted me, 29th we are doing this Samarpana, please can you come? Then I was thinking maybe I should, postpone the class to Sunday or do it in the evening of 29th at some place, etc. But that's not going to work because these Veda study classes, people join from South Africa, from Russia, from India, from Australia, from Malaysia. Just for the Aruna Prashna class, 280 people have registered to learn Aruna Prashna. And so, if I cancel the class or move the class to evening, many people would not be able to join. That's the reason why I bothered Brother Mahesh to make sure that this is also live streamed to Sai Atrudram channel, so that all the students that are across the globe are listening to this Samarpana. The other thing that happened was last week, Sunday, there was a sharing of experiences of devotees who came to Ujjaini and Puttaparthi. Week before that on Sunday, there was sharing of the experiences at the Sai Seva Sadan. Last 10 days, what has been happening here? Last 10 days, what has been happening here? Sharing of experiences of devotees from Sarvadharma Kendra. So, 2 parallel streams have been running without knowing each other, no? Samarpan only, no? So, Swami came in my dream and said, no. Samarpan should be the first class of Aruna Prashna. Start the first class of Aruna Prashna with the Samarpan. Offer it at my feet. On Ugadi, on Vishwa Vasu Ugadi. Vishwa Vasu is Bhagavan Surya. And on Ugadi, Vishwa Vasu Ugadi, Samarpan at Sarvadharma Kendra, with so many people joining this from all over the world. What is this? Is this divine plan or human plan? 100%. That is Samyak Buddhi. Our thoughts are no longer our thoughts. Our thoughts are the thought of this Hiranyagarbha, the Supreme Master. The Supreme Master. That is what is called Samarpana. You become part of this collective consciousness. Dhiyo yo naf prachodayat. So this first mantra, Aruna Prashna, starts with the very first mantra, Bhadram karnebhihi shruyama devaha. Bhadram pasyema akshabhiryajatraha. Sthiraihi angaihi tushtuvam sastanubhihi. Vyashema devahitanyadayuhu. This is a collective Shanti mantra. So many of you already know this. I will chant and you repeat 2 times. Okay? Is that a deal? Now, this is a collective Samarpana. Hello. You are not coming and listening to the experiences of one guy who has no experiences. So, we are all together. That means we are all offering to Bhagavan on this 10th day our collective Samarpan at his lotus feet. And how are we doing that? So, let's chant. Om. I will say first line and you all have to repeat 2 times. That's how you learn the Vedic chants. Okay? Why 2 times? People ask all these questions. Why you repeat the Veda mantra after a guru 2 times? First time, you repeat exactly what you heard because there is no script. Second time, you repeat it consciously knowing. First time mechanical, second time understanding. Now what happens if I don't know Sanskritam? We'll get into that later. So let's chant first. I will say the first line. All of you online and also here, repeat after me. Om Bhadram Karnebhe Shrunuyama Devaha. Like this one. Now I cannot tell you how important it is to actually say the right intonation also. Veda mantras have several principles. They are actually sounds, vibrations. They are not letters. They are not words. Bhagavan has said in a discourse, there is no script for Vedic mantras. They cannot be written in a script. The closest that will come to is Devanagari, Sanskritam. The rest of the scripts cannot even come close to, therefore hearing is very important. Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Deva means let us hear, let us listen properly. So, when we are saying this, what are the mantras? The mantras have Varna, Swaraha, Matra, Balam, Sama, Santanam. These are 6 principles of a Vedic vibration, a sound vibration. What those are, Varna means pronunciation. I am simplifying it in English. Swara is intonation. Matra, duration. Balam, force, frication. Continuity. And pauses and holdings. If you put all together, one vibration will come together. Let us all together chant now. Om Bhadram Karnebhe Shrunuyama Devaha. It is not Deva, it is incorrect. Devaha. There is no swaram there. You see that? Bhadram Karnebhe Shrunuyama Devaha. Please 2 times. Bhadram pasyemakshabhiryajatraha. 2 times. Sthirairangaistuštuvagum sastanubhihi. Vyashema devahitanyadayuhu. Yadayuhu. Okay, I will chant the 4 lines and then we will briefly look at it as why it is Samarpan. Why it is Samarpan? Because you are addressing this to Deva. Deva means O Supreme Gods, which is a collective prayer addressed to gods. It's saying, Bhadran Karnebhihi Shrunuyama. Bhadram, auspiciousness, stability, still. So, O gods, may we hear or listen with all our ears, which is auspicious. May we all listen together to what is auspicious. Bhadran Karnebhihi Shrunuyama Deva. If it is individual, it should have said Karnabhyam. Bhadran Karnabhyam Shrunuyama Deva. Karnabhyam means 2 ears. If it is individual, it has to be 2 years. But it is saying Karnebhihi means multiple years. Do we have multiple years? As an individual, you don't have multiple years. Where are the multiple years coming? All of us together listen collectively to what is auspicious. All of us see collectively what is auspicious. Bhadram Pashyebhihi Bhadram Pashyema Akshabhihi Yajatrah. To be worthy of worship, to be worthy of worshiping you, we have to see collectively what is auspicious. That is what it means, literal meaning. And may we praise your glory. Tushtuvam sastanubhihi sthiraihi angaihi. Sthira means stable, strong. May we praise your glory with steady limbs and bodies. May we spend our lifespans together for you, the divine. What a beautiful, this is a Samyak Arpana of what we hear, what we see, what we do work together, and how we spend our lives together doing the work of the divine. That is the essence of this mantra. So let's chant these 4 lines and then we'll go to the next aspect of it. Om Bhadran Karnebhi Shrunuyama Devah Bhadram Pasye Sastanubhihi Yashema Devahitai. That's all about collective. Then the next mantra says, Swastina Indraha Vruddhasravah Swastinaha Pusha Vishwavedah Swastinaha Tarkshaha Arishtanenihi Swastinaha Bruhaspatihi Dadhatu. And giving you individual words. When you do the sandhis, all those will appear like that. Now, here, Naha, 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 Naha. Naha means us, not me. Swasti Naha, Swasti Naha, Swasti Naha, Swasti Naha. What is Swasti? Swasti means? Swasti means? Well-being. Yes. Swasti means well-being. May we all have a well-being because of Indra. May the Pusha, who is all-knowing, Vishwavedah, bestow well-being on us, wellness. Just like a wooden wheel is protected by a circle of iron around it, may Tarksha, the bird, bestow wellness on us. May Bruhaspati bestow wellness on us. Who are all these guys? This is where Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba comes into picture. These are all Hindu demigods. For those of you who worship Hindu demigods, Indra, Pusha. Pusha means sun. Indra means the Puranic god who is the god of gods. So if you only understand these mantras related to Hinduism, then how does it apply to all the other people? They don't worship Indra. They don't worship Pusha. They don't worship Brihaspati. They don't worship Tarksha, bird. They don't worship any of those gods. Why should they chant these mantras? This is not the question I am asking you. This is the question I asked Bhagavan Sri Sat Sai Baba. Swami, I cannot explain this mantra. I don't understand this mantra. I cannot teach this mantra because it doesn't apply to literally Tom, Dick and Harry. If it cannot apply to Tom, Dick and Harry, how can that be Sarva Dharma mantras? How can that be applied to common society human being? Why should a Russian chant this? Why should a South African? Why should anybody chant these mantras? So Swami very gracefully explained what this is. Swami said, Swasti, the collective wellness, Indra there is not Puranic God, Ra. Indra is not the Puranic God, Indra. Indra means that which sees everything constantly. Idan dravayati Indra. Means the one who is witness consciousness is Indra. The one who is all-knowing is awareness. Pusha is all-knowing awareness. Tarksha means you see a bird, a Garuda, an eagle, how focused it is. It may go to highest heights possible. But when it sees a small bird underneath a chicken, it will come down and grab it from thousands of feet with utmost focus and then take it. Then he said, your mind should be as focused as a bird, the Garuda. Then only you can stop all the evil things. And a snake, right? What Garuda carry? A snake. So the snakes are the evil thoughts. Whenever there is an evil thought, let your mind become like an eagle and come and grab that snake. Be focused. Tarksha. Brihaspati. Bruhat Pati iti Brihaspatihi. Brihatpati is supreme intelligence. Indra is witness consciousness. Pusha is all-pervading awareness. Tarksha is the highly focused mind. Brihaspati is the supreme intelligence. Now you see the mantra applies to everyone. This mantra does not apply to only Hindus. May the all-witnessing consciousness bring wellness to us. May the all-knowing awareness bring wellness to us. May our minds be so focused that we will have wellness. And may our supreme intelligence be illumined so that we will all be together. So what did we do in this mantra? The first Shanti mantra of Aruna Krishna, which is also the Shanti mantra for Mandukya Upanishad, which is also the Shanti mantra described for many scriptures. That Shanti mantra is all about, the first 4 lines are Samyak, collective listening, collective seeing, collective effort. And collectively, when we are like that, how do we express wellness? Wellness is felt as supreme, all-knowing witness that with a focused mind and supreme intelligence, we will have wellness. From I to we transcended. But in this mantra, we have gone from Samashti to Parameshti. In between, there is one more word. We will come to that. In between Samashti and Parameshti, there is one more word. Who knows that? Vyashti, Samashti, Srishti. Fantastic. I really like the satsang where everybody is engaged. Not one fellow sharing their experiences, rest of them taking a very deep nap. So that Srishti is the third piece. But we transcended from Samashti to Parameshti. We will come to Srishti in just a second. So brothers and sisters, the essence of Samarpana and the first mantra of Aruna Krishna together have been accomplished. First class completed, because the class is supposed to be over at 11 o'clock Eastern time. 10 to 11. So 11 o'clock, because I started 15 minutes late, thanks to Sunil and Sai Barade, who did an extensive introduction. We finished the first class on time, so whoever is on the Sai Atrigram YouTube channel, if you have other things to do, I know it's pretty late in India, Australia and other places, you can sign off. The rest of the talk you can hear online afterwards, because this is now come to Srishti and Parameshti. So before we go into that, let us chant the Bhadran Kanyagri mantra one more time. Om Bhadran Karnebhih Shrunuyama Devaah Bhadram Pashyemakshabhir Yajatraah Sthirairangaistushthuvagum Sastanubhih Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuh Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravah Swasti na Pusha Vishwa Vasu Swasti nastarksho Arishtanemihi Swasti no Bruhaspatir Dadhatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now this Shanti, why do we have to say Shanti 3 times? One time if you say it is enough, no? Huh? Body, mind and soul at individual level. Everything you have to explain at collective level. Then only the sadhana is correct. If you experience only at individual level, your sadhana is not complete. Your sadhana has to be collective. And collectively, what is this Shanti, Shanti, Shanti mean? Who is speaking? Samashti, that's what I am asking. Collectively, what are the 3 Shantis? Collectively, take the mic, take the mic. Yeah. Collectively, you are saying Samashti. Samashti is collective only. What are the 3 Shantis that are happening at collectively? The first Shanti is Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika, Adi Daivika. These are the 3 Shantis. Okay, now that you said the Sanskrit words, give them the microphone, explain in English. Because if you explain if you said the words in Sanskritam, you have not connected to other people who do not know Sanskritam. How do they understand it? Therefore, you are not collective again. This is the principle of sadhana, Samarpana. This is Samarpana. Am I doing it collectively? How am I bringing together everybody towards Bhagavan? Drag people towards Bhagavan. Don't drag Bhagavan to the world. What we do is we drag Bhagavan to the world. Don't drag Bhagavan to the world. That is what I had a beautiful conversation with Professor Anil Kumar 1 month exactly before he has merged in Swami. It all happened accidentally, now that I am sharing our experiences. And we are a relationship of 3 generations through the body. So he was a lecturer in Guntur, and you all know all of that stuff. So exactly 1 month before he merged in Swami, I was having a conversation. And whenever we talk, we never talk about Swami. It's all about Bapatla, Guntur and all the other stuff which connects us from a point of view. Then I mentioned to him, I said, Master, next month, from April 6th onwards, we are doing Atirudra Mahayajnam in South Africa. Please bless everyone to have a successful event. And then he was very happy. He said, South Africa, Atirudra Mahayajnam. Are there people that chant Rudram in South Africa? And then he said, this is the real work of Swami. And I asked him, what do you mean? He said he was translating Swami's discourse one time. Paropakaraya punyaya papaya parapeedanam. Paropakaraaya punyaya papaya parapeedanam. This is translated very poorly in English, called help ever, hurt never. That is not the translation of that mantra. Period. You all know the story, Bhagavan Vyasa, who wrote 18 Puranas and the Panchama Vedam Mahabharata. All the rishis went to him and said, we have no time to read all these 18 Puranas. You know, when will Kali Yuga will come, people will not have attention span of 2 seconds to say Sai Ram. How can they listen to 18 Puranas and Panchama Veda, Mahabharatam and Mahabhagavatam, all of this stuff? Can you, for kindness sake, for people that are going to be living in 2025, condense all of this into 2 sentences? Then he said, Ashtadasha Puranaya, Vyasasya Vachanadvayam, Paropakaraya Punyaya Papaya Parapedanam. That is the full sloka. Ashtadasha Puranaya Vyasasya Vachanadvayam. The entire 18 Puranas Vyasa has condensed into 2 sentences. Paropakaraya Punyaya Papaya Parapedanam. So, Professor Anil Kumar was sharing this experience with me, his experience. And then he said, we are all thinking Paropakaraya Punyaya means do good to others, help ever. Papaya Parapedanam, hurt never. Papaya Parapedanam, hurt never are absolutely atrocious translation. Then he said, Swami explained, Para, Upa, Kara, Punya. Para means Paramatma. Upa means close. Kara means taking. Taking everybody close to God is Paropakara. And that is the merit. That is the Punya. Very beautiful. Are you only coming yourself to Sarvadharma Kendra? Or are you calling people and saying, hey brother, there is some beautiful place here. In the entire United States, that's the only place personally blessed by Swami. Can you come this Sunday? Let's go do some service. Are you taking the phone and the effort to bring people to Sarvadharma Center? If you are doing that, then you are doing Paropakaraya Punyaya. You are taking people to Swami. Understand Paropakaraya Punyaya? Now, I was really, when we were driving in, I was telling Chandrasekhar, I was thinking only I will see a blue Tesla here. More cars are here than... So that means, see, look at when you did the yajna. When we did the yajna at this beautiful place, how it actually created a magnetic force that will attract people. Why do you do artis 4 times to Shirdi Baba? Why do you do service activities? It is really so that, see, when coming and doing service, yes, you are very happy. But there is also another mental level of peace and satisfaction when you come and pray to God. And when you do it collectively and bring people together. Para, Upa, Kara is Punya. Para is Parabrahman. Upa means close. Kara means taking. Para Upakaraya Punyaya. Then I was asking, I was really looking. Papaya Parapedanam means what? Papa, sin is para, means Paramatma. Pedanam means splitting into pieces. Taking God and splitting into pieces is the greatest sin. Taking collectively everybody towards God is the greatest merit. Are you dividing Swami, or are you uniting people with Swami's name? If you divide Swami into multiple pieces, you are committing the greatest sin. If you pull people together towards Swami, you are doing greatest merit. And that is the essence of what yajna is all about. That is the definition of a yajna. So we went from Arpana, Sashtanga Namaskaram, to Samashti, collectively listening, collectively loving, collectively learning, collectively laughing. 5 L's. 5 L's. Listen, learn, love, laugh. One more L is there, sir. 5 L's. Listen, learn, love, Laugh. Okay. There is one more L. Live. Live. Samyak Jivanam. Samma Jiva. That is what Buddha said. Living, learning, listening, loving, laughing. Do it collectively. Listening, we already talked about it. Learning, buddhi, collectively intelligence is buddhi, that is learning. Then there is listening, living, listening. So these 5 principles, I was doing this called 5 L's. And the inspiration behind that was, again, my only deal with Swami is this. Swami, I don't want to explain Veda mantras in a Hindu point of view. I don't want to use Sanskrit words that don't mean any damn thing to other people. I want to keep it in a way that I understand first, and I can live it first, and then share it with others. So, and then he asked me, what is your question about? I said, Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, Ahimsa. Those don't mean anything to a regular person. You said truth, right conduct, love, peace, non-violence. Those are all concepts for people. They are not percept for people. You have to take a concept and bring it to a percept. And how do you bring it to a percept? Swami said very beautifully, truth, living ra, dharma, learning ra, listening, peace ra, loving, prema, laughing, ahimsa. Now you see, can anybody not connect to those words? Of course they know what is to live. Khana, pina, sona, marna. That is living. The most important thing was ahimsa, non-violence. How Swami said beautifully, laughing. You cannot commit violence while you are smiling, no? Hopefully not. Maybe in crazy movies now they show also that. But truly you cannot be thinking of violence and your face and everything, body language change. You cannot be laughing. Let me kill you. So laughing together. We have to have fun together. We have to have joy together. We have to have happiness together. Not come here and say, oh, again I have to go sing a bhajan or listen to this atrocious bhajan that the auntie is going to sing in scale and everything. There is no happiness in coming anymore. Bhajan becomes a torture. So, what we have to also do is the first characteristic of a spiritual person is happiness, ananda. And Swami Vivekananda said, what is the essence of spirituality? He said, 3 A, 1 A, he said. Ahimsa, asanga, abhaya, ananda. Incredible. See, when only realized people can summarize everything so distinct, so shrewdly and so beautifully in a capsule, abhaya, fearlessness, is the characteristic of a spiritual person. Asanga, detachment from everything. Ahimsa, non-violence, is the third characteristic of a spiritual person. If you have abhaya, asanga, ahimsa, automatically what remains is ananda. So no spiritual person, if you look at a spiritual person, they're damn serious, know that they have a long way to go. Sir, I'm almost done, right? This 11:30, what time I have to stop? Oh, 10 minutes. Okay. So, so the ananda aspect of it is equally important. There is no reason why to be, if you are an unhappy person, you are not spiritual. If you are a happy person, that's the first characteristic of, you understand that you are happy for no reason. That is the other thing about spiritual. They are happy for no reason. That's called bliss. Happiness for no reason is called bliss. Happiness for a reason is called joy. Because it ends, therefore it's called enjoy. That which never ends is bliss. Because you are not happy for any reason. What is the reason? Why should there be a reason to be happy? And therefore Bhagavan said, be happy. That's the Maha Mantra. So the first thing is be. Next thing is happy. Not happy being. It's be happy. And this be happy is a very beautiful word. Because I heard this from Swami Chinmayananda. A beautiful parable where he says a mother, a small kitten was going around in circles trying to catch its tail. And the mother asked, hey, what are you trying to do? And then the little kitty said, my teacher told me in the school that happiness is in the tail, and therefore I am trying to catch it. And then the mother said, my teacher also told me the same thing. I started walking straight and happiness follows me. So first you have to be who you are. And then happiness will automatically follows. So we went from this Vyashti to Samashti, and then the next piece is Srishti. Srishti is creation. And this entire journey of Veda study is all about this Srishti. Veda is all mostly about Srishti and Parameshti. Vedas primarily emphasize mostly about the worship of the Mother Nature. And then the second is collectiveness in doing that. So Vedas can be broadly divided into two categories. One is called Karma Kanda, the ritual aspect. The other is called Jnana Kanda, the wisdom aspect. They are not separate, they are integrated. Karma is ritual, Jnana is spiritual. So in doing the ritual, you connect to the spirit behind it. Therefore it becomes a spirit plus ritual, spiritual. S-P-I-R-I-T-U-L, spirit, ritual. So, therefore the emphasis, the Parameshti's mission, the mission of Parameshti, the mission of Bhagavan, as he declared it, is Vedodharana, Veda Rakshana, Veda Poshana. And these words are utterly misunderstood by 99% of the population, especially in America. Because they think that Veda means some scripture, some book, some mantras, only followed by Hindus. They have no relevance in any other society. Therefore, even though Bhagavan declared, Bhagavan did not say that his mission was to come and establish hospitals, schools, water, nothing like that. He declared his mission was Vedodharana, Veda Rakshana, Veda Poshana. He did not say my mission was to do. All the other things were what we call bifurcations of that mission of Vedodharana, Veda Rakshana, Veda Poshana. So this is my personal journey. Now I am coming into this personal journey. And this personal journey, Samarpana, is not about personal journey. It has to be done collectively. And therefore, first effort was to understand what is Vedodharana. Dharana is Uddharana. Two words in Uddharana. Dharana. Means rise. Dharana means keep it, to hold it. Dharana is holding it. Dharana means rise and hold it. Govardhanodharana means what? Lift, rise Govardhana and keep it up. Who did that? Hello. Louder. Krishna. With what? Pinky. Little finger. Why did he not use this finger? Definitely, God forbid, not that finger. And why Bhagavan has to hold this entire mountain with this little finger? Even that is spiritually significant. Every act of Bhagavan, every word of Bhagavan has a symbolic inner meaning to it. When we connect to it, we will be elevated. So therefore, this Veda, Dharana. Veda means now awareness, knowledge. With Veda means knowledge, awareness. To raise this awareness and to keep it held up. That is what is called Vedodharana. Now you understood the meaning? Nothing to do with scriptures yet. So now, when he is mentioning this rising and holding up this awareness. Awareness of what? Awareness of that. Awareness about that is what has to be risen and held up. And what is that? What is that? Tat. I was talking to some in the Veda class, one of the Veda class, long time ago. Beautiful sessions with these little children, 8-year-old, 6-year-old, knowing these, learning these Veda mantras. So I was explaining Gayatri mantra. I said that, and then I didn't know how to explain that. So I played a little game with this student. I said, there was a 6-year-old boy who was sitting. I said, hey, Anand, close your eyes and and I will say a word. Tell me what you see. And I did this recently with my granddaughter also. And her answers really blew me away. So I said, Rama. Now you can do this with me. Close your eyes and I say, Rama. What do you see? Then the little kid has to explain. I see a blue guy. I see an arrow. I see a bow. And then that's where that boy stopped. My granddaughter takes it to the next level and she says, I see dharma. I see the ability to fight all that is evil. So now that is not what you can see, no? So now you say Krishna, same thing. What triggers? What do you see? Guy with a peacock feather, all of that stuff. You say Kali, what happens? Now you see Jesus. When you say Jesus, then a guy holding hands, stretching hands like this, long hair, everything flowing, blue, beautiful white robe, etc. Then I said, Tat, that. What do you see? Close your eyes and experiment with this yourself. Close your eyes and say, that. What do you see with that? This brother is doing it. What did you see, sir? You didn't say anything. Are you sure you have to go to an ophthalmologist? What do you see when you say that? And this beautiful boy, this Anand immediately says, I see myself. Because there is nothing else to see. I said, what is it that you see of yourself? He says, light, nothing else. You got the essence of Gayatri mantra. I said, case closed. This fellow is ready with Gayatri mantra. So what is that? That is that inherent divinity within. And that inherent divinity within is same as I, S-A-I. Same as I, S-A-I. That is the inherent divinity. That Sai is what is called Saishwaraya Vidmahe. I know this Sai, who is the Ishvara. And who is the Ishvara? What is the Vedic definition of the word Ishvara? Ishvara means master, controller, chief of everything. So I see this. No, Vidmahe means to know. Swami beautifully said in Telugu, Vidmahe dhimahi prachodayat. This was when I did the satsang in summer course in June of 2015 before going to Badrinath. I had the opportunity to speak in Puttaparthi. And I went and asked Swami, what should be spoken today? Then he said, speak about Sai Ishwaraya Vidmahe. I said, what am I to speak about Sai Ishwaraya Vidmahe? How can I? There are all these students and these erudite scholars, etc. They already know all of this stuff. No. They know the superficial meaning. You tell them the actual meaning. I said, what is actual meaning? That which can be lived is actual meaning. That you can actually bring to not as a concept, but as a percept. That is the actual meaning. The percept should be there. Then I said, Swami, what is Vidmahe Dhimahi Prachodayat? In Telugu he said, Telusuko Nilupuko Pensuko Pansuko. Telusuko, know it. Dhimahi, retain it. Prachodayat, Pensuko, share it. Expand it. So this is Saishwara Vidmahe, the inherent divinity within is the same as I, Soham. Then what is Veda Uddharana? Then there is Veda Rakshana. Vedodharana. What is the scale? Next one is Veda Rakshana. Rakshana means protecting, protection. Veda Rakshana means protecting that awareness. What awareness? Inherent divinity within. What is that? Saishwara Vidmahe. So therefore, when you look at this Rakshana, protecting that awareness, how do you protect that awareness? See sir, if you are carrying $1 million in a bag as cash, and you are going in a Greyhound bus in Alabama, I'm not trying to be racial here, but I'm trying to tell you factually. When you carry that much cash and you are going in a Greyhound bus in an unknown place, will you sleep? You put the bag, if you are sleeping in a train or whatever, you put this bag under your head and you will not sleep a single minute. Why? Because you are carrying that which is so valuable and you want to protect it. And how do you protect it? First of all, being aware of it, and second of all, being alert about it. You are alert. Who is going by, what kind of person, and you start judging them based on how they appear, all of this stuff. Incredible. In Jnana Yoga, book written by Vivekananda, he describes a scenario where there is a room and there are gold coins on a table. A child was playing and there were some gold coins in a bag also. One person walks in, he takes the bag and goes. And Vivekananda asks the question, who is that person? Immediately what do you say? Thief. Now you can, it's subject to interpretation. We see something and we interpret it. And our interpretation will be based on what you are innerly aware of, reaction, reflection and resound. Vedodharana, Veda Rakshana means protecting that awareness. How do you protect that awareness of same as I, Soham, is by being alert and by being aware. And being alert is BA, being aware is BA. BA protects that awareness. And Veda Rakshana, then Veda Poshana. Veda Poshana, same $1 million as cash. You won't keep it as a cash. You will be fool if you keep it as a cash. What do you do with it? You invest in something. Wrongfully in stocks and bonds right now. Otherwise, you will go to Bitcoin. You want to grow that money, $1 million to $10 million the next 10 years? No. Poshana means growth, nurturing it. You don't keep cash as cash. So now you have this incredible cash with you called I am that. What do you do with that awareness? You have to grow it. How do you grow it? How do you share it? How do you share? You are God, right? You know you are God. How do you share that with others? Please tell me. How do you share your awareness that you are God with others? By saying it. Oh, no, not by saying. By saying it, people will say, you are crazy fellow. How can you be God? You live in a 2-bedroom house in Hillsborough, wherever. How can you be? No, they question you. They questioned Bhagavan himself. How can they not question us, sir? Swami said, if I had come with this 4 Shankha Chakra Gada and all of that stuff, they'll take me and put me in a museum. Daivam Manusha Rupena. He also said very beautifully in one discourse, when God comes in human form and he says, I am God, they question it. There is a cinema actor who is playing a Krishna role. They think he is a God. I don't want to go more than that. There is a movie actor who is playing Krishna. He is an actor. And you call him God. But God is in human form. He is saying, I am Krishna. They say, no, how can he be Krishna? Come on. So therefore, how do you nurture and grow that awareness? Is nurturing that awareness can only be happen through service, adoration, illumination, SAI. You pull more people into service, you pull more people into adoration, and you illumine together, dhiyo yonaf prachodayat, by study. And that study is called Vedadhyayana. In English, Veda study. You understood the connection to Veda study now. Adhyayana means steadiness in study. And what is this steadiness in study? Is being aware, blissful, always Sat Chit Ananda. So in the next few minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, I will briefly offer at Bhagavan's lotus feet this collective journey, Samarpana, of 22 years of journey of this body with hundreds of Bhagavan's devotees across the globe. And this journey of Veda study started in March of 2003. Sir, March, sir. 22 years in March. I don't remember the exact date. 22 years ago in March. As a group called Yahoo Group. Now Yahoo Group has disappeared into space. Therefore it became Veda Study Google Group. 2,800 plus subscribers into the Veda Study Group. And since March 5th, 2012, 1,000 plus videos. 1,000 plus videos with 4,250 plus subscribers involved in this collective Vedadhyayana, Veda study. And here comes the aspect of Srishti. Srishti is all about Yajna. Everything in Yajna is worshipping the Mother Nature. And everything in Yajna is worshipping the Mother Nature. You put a kalasha, which is water. You put stuff in the fire, which is fire. You invoke all the aspects of all the Panchabhutas. You invoke herbs. You even put Ankura Ropana. You put pots with different grains and everything and let them sprout. It is worshipping the Mother Earth and the Oshadhis. Yajna is about worshipping the Mother Nature. Yajna is not simply a ritual that we think is limited to Hinduism. By this time, knowing what Gayatri mantra is, what is Sahanavavatu is, what Bhadrankarnebhi means, knowing all these mantras, every single mantra is about the cosmos and the universe. Aruna Prashna, which we have formally started today, is entirely about the seasons, about the sun, how the sun's grace manifests as time, space, gravity, cosmology and beyond. You come and attend the classes of Aruna Prashna. You will see the rishis have even described critical angle of internal reflection, how a single ray of sun will split into the 7 colors. Arogo Bhraja Pataraf Patangaha. 7 colors of the sun ray are described in Aruna Prashna. The principle of gravity is described in Aruna Prashna. The principle of space, how it holds everything together, is described in Aruna Prashna. So what is Srishti? Srishti is the universe. The universe is the cosmos. And the cosmos is the entire Vedas is about study of the cosmos. And not only studying the cosmos, but doing the ritual to perform and worship and ensure that we are connected in concordance, in peace with this beautiful cosmos. Therefore the Shanti mantras, Pridhivi Shanta, Sagnina Shanta, Same Shanta, Suchagum Shamayatu, Antarikshagum Shantam, Tadvayuna Shantam, Tanme Shantagum, Suchagum Shamayatu, Jau Shanta, Sadityena Shanta, Same Shanta, Suchagum Shamayatu, Pridhivi Shantirantarikshagum Shantir, Jau Shantir, Disha Shantirabantara Disha, Shantiragni Shantirvayu Shantiraditya Shanti, Chandrama Shanti, Nakshatrani Shanti, Vanaspataya Shanti, Gau Shanti, Raja Shanti, Rashva Shanti, Purusha Shanti, Brahma Shanti, Brahmana Shanti, Shanti Reva Shanti, Shantir Me Astu Shanti, Tayahagam Shantya, Sarva Shantya, Makhyandipade, Chatushpate, Shantin Karomi, Shantir Me Astu Shanti. This is one of the 10 Shanti mantras. Nothing about human being is described. Shanti is all about Prithvi, Agni, Vayu, Akasha, herbs, moon, sun, cows, goats, stars, and the one who is controlling all of this, the Purusha, and Shanti to Shanti. Our job to doing this yajna and the inspiration to do this yajna is really about praying to the entire universe in gratitude collectively. Collectively. Collectively means no barrier of caste, creed, religion, gender, no barrier. So this journey, collective journey, Samarpana, is about bringing all the people independent of all these aspects and participate in the yajna in gratitude to the universe. And in that journey, I also want to offer my gratitude, collective gratitude, to Professor Brahmasri, Veda Brahmasri Nanjunda Dikshit, who was the inspiration of executing all of that words of Bhagavan into action. We heard the words of Bhagavan, that Vedas are for all, that Veda mantra should be chanted by all of that stuff. But we failed to execute that in action because some percept about inhibition comes. I'm not criticizing anybody that doesn't do it. Please don't mistake me. But if you truly want to live the mission of Bhagavan as a Samarpana, you should do it collectively, together. And in that togetherness, there should not be any distinction whatsoever associated with it. So, with Bhagavan's greatest grace and mercy and blessings, you have to understand these words also. Blessing, grace, mercy. What do these words mean? Everybody starts the word saying, with the grace of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. What does the word grace mean? Blessing is what? What is blessing? What is grace? What is prayer? Swami, these questions I asked Swami. Swami, because I was doing a satsang in Florida once, and I was asking the question, what is prayer? And then two young guys were sitting. They were young at that time. And they said, oh, a prayer is something which a lot of people say, but they have no clue what they're saying. Huh? They have no clue what they're saying, that is a prayer. That is how children understood what prayer is. I said, oh my God, this is not correct. No, we have to do something. So that night I prayed to Bhagavan, literally. And then I asked Swami, what is prayer? What is blessing? What is grace? What is mercy? And how do I understand these words and use them in context so that I actually use the words that I understand? So then Bhagavan beautifully described all those things. That will be next Samarpan. Okay. I want to get into, because it's a beautiful description of what those words are. Prayer, blessing, grace, mercy. Think about these four words. And when you say what is grace, very beautiful. Bhagavan has described all of this yajna that were done is grace of Bhagavan. And why do I call that grace? What is grace? And then when I asked this question, Swami told a beautiful story. In that story, he says, this is actually a Upanishad. And that Upanishad, in the Upanishad, the story was told. And Swami said, there was a deer that was being chased by a lion. The lion was chasing a deer. The lion is praying to God, I am very hungry, I need the deer as food. The deer is praying to God, please save my life from this lion. You are God. What will you do? Who will you save? This is the question he asked. Man, the whole night I didn't sleep. You can also think about this. I won't give the answer. Next Samarpan. So, when we have this attitude, aptitude, and awareness, 3 A's. Attitude, aptitude, awareness. The attitude should be gratitude. The aptitude should be servitude. The awareness is oneness. No separation. And when such thing happens, this yajna that I was talking about, can you imagine 12,000 feet height, No yajna was ever performed in the history of humanity. No yajna for 12 days was performed. And the exact day to the day when Bhagavan visited Badrinath, 50 years later, and there were no roads, proper roads. 64 truckloads of material have to be carried to this 12,000 feet. And a yajna was done for 12 days with 500 people in Badrinath. How could that happen? Happens only with grace. Happens because of collectiveness. Does not happen because you prayed, you are special, nothing like that. And we all say, yesterday I was joking, where I was looking at this beautiful Bhagavad Gita shlokam that was shared by Dr. Rao. And that was about collectively sharing our experience related to Bhagavan. How that actually has happened here and how that is concluding with this Samarpana. And that happens, Sarva Dharman Parityajya, Maam Ekam Sharanam Vraja, Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo, Mokshayishyami Mascha. To understand this slokam will be another 2 hours of discourse. People simply chant this shloka and they ask what is the meaning of it. They say Sharanagati. No, they haven't understood anything. Look at the first word. Sarva Dharman Parityajya means give up Sarva Dharma. Rao Garu. He's shaking his hands. Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Maam Ekam Saranam Vraja. Now my talk will be stopped abruptly. So that is not what it means. Sarva Dharman Parityajya means give up all the dharmas. And Maam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. Sharanam. We already went through what Sharanam is. Now what is Sarva Dharman Parityajya? Dharma. We have a Deha Dharma. We have a Mano Dharma. We have an Atma Dharma. We have a Sangha Dharma. All these are codes of conduct related to our individual beings as bodies. All of those things you give up and then surrender to me only, then these kind of events can happen. These kind of events can happen because it is not an individual that is coordinating or conducting it. It is a collective prayer of hundreds of devotees, their sacrifice and their love for Bhagavan. May Bhagavan bless Sarva Dharma Center with more and more peace and prosperity, and to bring people together, not only for service, but also for adoration and illumination. Then it will be complete. If you do only one, it is not complete. Yes, Bhagavan would have told the Sarva Dharma, whoever has spoken to him, that the focus of the center should be service. But have you understood the word service? In Gita Vahini, Swami describes Nirgunopasana, what Nirgunopasana is. In that, he is talking about service as one of the Nirgunopasana. And I was wondering, how can service be Nirgunopasana? Because the individual is there, you are serving, etc. But service in Sanskritam is seva. Seva means, seva has 2 words in it. Saha, eva. I am him. That I am him or I am that is the meaning of the word seva. Because in service, you lose your individualness and you serve the other person. Like who? You feel their pain, therefore you serve them. Not because they are in need. Therefore, when you serve people, you do namaskaram to them because God is accepting what you are giving. Not because you are giving to somebody who is in need. Therefore, brothers and sisters, praying for others is seva. Bringing people together in the name of God is sarva, is seva. And physically serving them is seva. But this physical service is only temporary. You give food to someone, in a few hours it is digested and they are hungry again. You give clothes to people, in a few years they will be torn. And you build houses for people. What will happen? A bhukampam comes, earthquake came, like yesterday unfortunately in Myanmar. And how many people died? Houses will collapse. Clothes will be torn. All of that will happen. But what is it that stays? If you give them, self-sustenance, as connecting to who they really are, they will be forever connected to Bhagavan. With that, we'll close with Sai Ishwaraya Vidmahe. And we close this, can you show the slide, as the team of Sarvadharma knows. Whenever we had the team meetings for the Yajna, we will start with Sahana Bhavatu as the team prayer, and we conclude with this last slide, which can you go forward, sir? And it's not okay. Gratitude. Bhagavan is the cause, action, doer, doing, the done and the undone. This is a slokam from Vishnu Sahasranama, translated into English so we all can understand. Karanam karanam karta vikarta gahano guhaha vyavasayo vyavasthana samsthana sthanado dhruvaga. Mantram అయితే చెప్తాం, అది ఇంగ్లీష్లో చెప్పమనండి అందరికీ. Ask them to put it in English so that everybody will understand. That's what Swami's, my journey, collective journey, is to all be understanding and be aware of what these Vedic mantras mean, so that we can practically execute, not leave them as concepts in our head. So that mantra is translated is, Bhagavan is the cause, karanam, karanam, karta, vikarta, action, doer, doing, the done and the undone. We pray that He allows and shape us to be perfect instruments in His mission through all this Veda study, to love all and to serve all. Om Saishwaraya Vidmahe Satyadevaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Sairam all. This is the most difficult spot to be standing right now. After such an erudite speaker, I come with my name as myself. And so, Sairam. Thank you very much, Shekhar Garu, for your wonderful erudition. And it's such a beautiful evening and morning that we had here. It's no wonder it is so sunny today. Vishwa Vasu, and with your Aruna Prashna beginning, he had to show up. And he's showing up in good spirit, because it's going to be almost 80s in the afternoon today. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you again for coming. And we Sarvadharma considers you as close as you consider Sarvadharma to be, and we are very thankful and grateful that you're here today. And like the other day, by slip of tongue, I said 20th anniversary, and so I plan to be doing that in the next future, in the future. So that's going to happen. So we're all going to be here for the 20th anniversary as well. Without much further delay, I would like to request the 4 brothers of Gandikota family that are here. 5, wonderful. All the 5 brothers are here. Please come forward and felicitate Brother Shekhar. Together. Samyak. యా మీరు మధ్యలో ఉంచండి, మీరు మధ్యలో ఉంచండి, మీరు మధ్యలో ఉంచండి. ఎస్ నన్ను నువ్వు ఓకే. ఎస్ ఎస్ మనం ఒక పని చేద్దాం, అక్కడ ఇద్దాం ఆయనకి, ఇక్కడికి వచ్చే బదులు ఆయన ఇక్కడ ఇస్తారండి.
Lifetimes, and we pray to and we seek blessings of Brahmasri Hindikota Subramanya Shastri Garu on this divine occasion of 10th anniversary of the Sarvadharma Kendra. Jai Sai.
We'll do the Brahma. Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Satya Sai Hare. Sairam, I just want to recognize presence of two people here who are very special to Sarvadharma. One is Venkat Kakani. He's one of the originators of Sarvadharma Service Center. In fact, the first volume of first edition of bylaws were actually typed on a typewriter by him. So that's so, reminiscent of our old times. And that is that was good. Everybody's up? Sorry. Yeah, that was the one that Swami actually read through and blessed them. The second person I want to recognize today is Kishore Joshi ji. While Swami is the actual, spiritual architect, Kishore ji is the actual physical architect of Sarva Dharma. So he's here and he has been very supportive of us from the beginning, and we thank him for being here. Thank you. Saira. We have a program coming up at 2 o'clock this afternoon, about 1 hour and 3/4 hour away from now. We all need to please go downstairs, and we'll have lunch there, and then lunch prasadam, and then we'll come back here by 2 o'clock. They need us to be out by 12:30 so that they can make their arrangements. So I'd appreciate if people can talk downstairs rather than here. Thank you so much. Sai Ram.